does it really impact the kids? Does it impact them in that really profound, life-changing way? When I had an opportunity to meet some of the kids and to talk to them, some of the graduates, I realized that again, our shared core values, our high expectations, our caring, our positivity, our grit. I guess that's why we call it sweat equity in business. You know, we call it grit in our program, but sweat equity out in the workforce. Truly, we're synergistic programs. And this next young gentleman is a shining example of that. His name is Tony Bai. And he took a 4-hour bus trip from Penn State today, just so he could speak on behalf of the Youth Leadership Program. Of course, we'll take a 4-hour bus trip back tomorrow, but I think the biggest struggle that he had was missing his chemistry class this afternoon. And I truly mean he struggled with the idea of missing that class. I, on the other hand, would have no problem missing that class. But I'm very proud of this young man. He has worked so diligently on his speech and presentation and put so much heart and soul in it. He cares so much about the folks, Marianne, and the folks at the foundation. He is a testimony to the good works that you do.
Thank you. Prior to my self-introduction, I would like to say that I dedicate my speech to my mother, who has always been believing in me and waiting for me. To Miss Marianne Martelli, whom I cannot appreciate enough for innumerable amount of opportunities she has given to me. And to Mr. Mark Minzer and Miss Barbara Gavitt for the amount of guidance they have given to me, enabling me to stand at this point right now. Hello, my name is Tony Bai. I'm a Conestoga High School alumnus, and I graduated the Youth Leadership Program in 2012-13. Currently, I'm a freshman student at Penn State University. Thank you. Now, as Mark had introduced in the beginning, before I begin my speech, I would like to clarify why, for what purpose, I am standing at this point right now. For what reason am I missing the Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning classes? Why did I take a 4-hour ride from State College so I can be here in this evening? Is it to ask my mom to take a photo of me making a speech in front of many people so I can post it on my Facebook? Quite valid actually, something that I'll do. However, there is definitely something much more significant and special about this speech to me. I believe inspiration to be one of the best gifts we can give to one another. This is the story of how the Youth Leadership Program has inspired me to be more passionate about my life. I am grateful for this opportunity to share this story with you and hope that you will find inspiration in it. Now, we've heard a lot about the word grit, the passion and perseverance in pursuit of goals. In my opinion, I believe I had a chance to learn about that perseverance aspect at a very young age. When I was 10, my mother, brother, and I moved from Korea to Canada. I was in a strange new place, did not speak any English, and had to make new friends. 2 years later, we moved to Wayne, and I found myself resettling all over again. It was hard. When I entered Conestoga High School, I was a clueless underclassman, silently trying to fit in. I would agree with an opinion when it was offered, and laugh at the right moment when a joke was told. I was stealthily blending in. I was also what you may call your stereotypical Asian student. Silent, respectful, polite. driven to excel in my studies so I could get into a competitive university and get a good job. And you know, that's the convention among good students. And we don't question the convention, right? Or do we? Yes, it felt nice to get good grades, but frankly, I did not know much about myself. I often found myself wondering, for whom am I doing this? And what is the purpose of my work? I was a follower. My life was colorless. And then the day came. It was in the beginning of my junior year. I was called down to the guidance office. I thought I was in trouble. Walking down to the office, feeling very guilty and exaggerating about every possibly imaginary thing I could have done in high school until that point, I walked into the room. Much to my surprise, when I went in, the guidance counselor handed me the application form of youth leadership program. Take some time to consider and get back to me by this date, said the guidance counselor. Apparently, she saw something in me that even I did not see in myself. As I said previously, I was not the person who stepped up in front of others. Honestly, my first reaction was, wow, this will look great on my college resume. All said, I could not have foreseen how much positive impact the youth leadership program would have on me. And thus, my personal development through my involvement with youth leadership program began. In an analogy, my experience with YLP was like a pondfish that was put into a big ocean. YLP showed me that the world is bigger than I thought. And when I was starting to feel that slow change myself, I started to realize that the world was not the component that was changing. I was. Political science, rehabilitation, technology, engineering, these are fields of studies and careers that I knew existed. I just somehow ruled them out. I just somehow thought that they were not for me. YLP exposed many parts of the world that I knew but had not yet encountered. YLP ignited my passion in me, the passion of possibilities, making me realize that even I can do anything if I put effort into it. The right amount of effort and time needed in order to achieve a goal. And I believe those core values of YLP are very similar to that of youth mentoring program. Promoting a goal-oriented and positive mindset, as well as developing grit. Ever since I started to feel that hopeful gradual improvement in myself, I started to look forward to that one day in a month which I attend YLP, in contrast to my first reaction to the program. I believe without the help of YLP, I would not have been able to accomplish many of my most proud achievements in my life, such as becoming a vice president of my absolute favorite high school group called Peer Mediation Team, or currently being a committee member of Penn State University's Bond, which helps out kids. Where was I? Okay. And Dawn, which is the world's biggest student-run philanthropist organization. The biggest change in myself is that I feel genuinely proud of my own accomplishments and feel motivated to strive for more in the future. Almost every day, I look back and feel sincerely appreciated for those who have given me opportunities and believe in me, allowing me to become who I am today. Because I know how one's life could change from the positive influence one receives, and that it is a privilege to inspire others, I look for the leadership opportunities. With the help of YLP, I was able to be inspired, to be passionate about my life, and find the purpose of my work, motivation, and the reason to strive, discovering the passion part of grit. So on that note, I'd like to humbly ask you a question. You all seem like hardworking and successful adults. Is there a passion in your life? Thank you very much.
Did he nail that speech or what? That's his first time ever speaking in front of a crowd. Wow. From full memory. Tony, that was tremendous. And on that note, I don't want to have to follow him. On behalf of the Chester County Chamber Foundation Youth Leadership Program, Marianne.
So at least I'm used to this. You all know I have a very famous brother, and I'm right beside him in age group. So I'm used to being the second person. So thanks, Tony. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Marianne Martelli, and I'm the Vice President of the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry. And thank you all for being here, not just for us, but for everyone. Thank you so very much. I'd like to start out and congratulate Harry Lewis and William. Oh my gosh, why did I have to go last? Why did you go last? I don't know, but congratulations to you, Harry. You've made a difference in kids' lives in school and coaching, and that's wonderful. But Harry just won an election, and thank you for stepping up and going to the Capitol and working for the state. Thank you very much, and congratulations to you. Congratulations and thank you to Mark. Oh my gosh, is this fabulous? Look at this room. Look at all of you here to say thank you. You're making a difference